Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to study about the addition of vectors by rectangular component method. It's topic number 2.6 from textbook page number 47 to 49. So the rectangular component method is an analytical method for the addition of vectors. You know, the analytical method means the method which involves both quantitative and quantitative analysis and logical reasoning to solve a certain problem. Consider two vectors. As you can see, the vector A making an angle theta A along x-axis and vector B making an angle theta B with x-axis. We are supposed to add these two vectors, and the method used to add vector is head to tail rule, as you know. So by head to tail rule, this is vector A. The vector B will be added like this. The tail of vector B coincide with the head of vector A, and the resultant is obtained by joining the tail of vector A to the vector B. Now we first resolve these two vectors A and B into components. For this, if the light is falling from above, the projection of vector A and vector B along x-axis will be formed as AX and BX, or AX and BX are the x components of vector A and vector B. AX is the projection of vector A and BX is the projection or shadow of vector B. And if the light is falling from the right, the components AY and BY will be formed along y-axis. AY is the projection of vector A along y-axis and BY is the projection of vector B along y-axis. So AY and BY are the components of vector A and B along y-axis respectively. Another method to know the components is to draw perpendicular from the head of vector A on x-axis and on y-axis like this. This is the perpendicular on x-axis and the perpendicular on y-axis. So this is AY and this is AX. This distance is also AY and this is AX, because AX and this blue line is parallel to each other, so both are AX, and this one both are AY. Again, drawing perpendicular from the head of vector B on x-axis and vector B and on y-axis like this. So the perpendicular on x-axis from the head of vector B and perpendicular on y-axis from the head of vector B. So this is BY and this is BX. The resulting figure will be like, the sum of AX and BX. The sum of AX and BX will be the resultant x component, that is RX. So RX will be equal to AX plus BX, and the sum of AY and BY, this one is AY and this one is BY. So AY plus BY will be equal to RY. So RY is the resultant y component and R is the resultant of vector A and vector B. The resultant angle will be theta R. Theta R will be the sum of angle theta A and theta B. Theta A, the angle by vector A, and theta B is the angle by vector B along x-axis. So you can see the resultant x component will be the sum of AX and BX like this. AX plus BX will be equal to RX. Along x-axis, the unit vector is I, so RXI unit vector will be equal to AXI plus BXI, or RX magnitude will be equal to AX plus BX magnitude. Similarly, RY will be equal to AY plus BY, or along y-axis the unit vector is J, so RYJ unit vector will be equal to AYJ unit vector plus BYJ unit vector. This is AY, or RY mod is equal to AY plus BY mod. This is equation number 3. You know that from this figure, R will be equal to Rx plus Ry. By head to tail rule, R will be equal to Rx plus Ry, because Rx is a vector and Ry is a vector. So R will be the sum of Rx plus Ry. So R is equal to Rx I unit vector plus Ry j unit vector. By using the value of Rx and Ry from this, as Rx is equal to Ax plus Bx and Ry is equal to Ay plus By, we get R is equal to Ax plus Bx whole I unit vector plus Ay plus By whole j unit vector. Then magnitude of resultant vector R is found by using Pythagoras theorem. So by using Pythagoras theorem, R square will be equal to Rx square plus Ry square, and then taking square root on both sides, R will be equal to Rx square plus Ry square, this one. We can use the value of Rx and Ry, then the result will be R is equal to Ax plus Bx whole square. Instead of Rx whole square, we use the value of Rx as Ax plus Bx whole square plus, instead of Ry we write Ay plus By, as Ry is equal to Ay plus By. So R is equal to Ax plus Bx whole square plus Ay plus By whole square whole under root. For direction, you know that tan theta is equal to perpendicular divided by base. So in this figure, you can see the perpendicular is Ry and the base is Rx. So tan theta is equal to Ry divided by Rx. Theta R is the resultant angle. So theta R will be equal to tan inverse of Ry divided by Rx. This relation is for the direction of our angle or orientation. By using the value of Ry and Rx as Ay plus By and Ax plus Bx, we get theta R is equal to tan inverse of Ay plus By Ax plus Bx. This is equation number 2.7. If there are more than two vectors, vector A, B, C, D up to so on, then the resultant will be the sum of Ax plus Bx plus Cx plus Dx plus Ex plus Fx. So sum of x components of all the vectors that are added by head to tail rule along x-axis, that is I unit vector, plus sum of all the y component of vectors, that is Ay plus By plus Cy plus Dy whole j unit vector. So this will be the resultant vector R, and the magnitude will be followed by R magnitude is equal to Ax plus Bx plus Cx whole square plus Ay plus By plus Cy whole square whole under root. And theta R will be equal to, in this case, theta R will be equal to the resultant y component Ry will be equal to Ay, By, Cy plus up to so on, and Ax plus Bx plus Ci. The resultant x component will be the sum of all the x components of vector A, B, C, D. Now determination of angle. To find the direction of theta of R along x-axis in counterclockwise sense, we determine angle theta irrespective of the positive and negative sign of Rx and Ry as theta. You know, when we are determining the value of theta by using this formula, we ignore the sign of Ry and Rx. But by considering the negative and positive signs of Ry and Rx, we can determine the determination of angle, the direction of the vector as follows. You know, if so, here is the first quadrant. The vector is in first quadrant when both Rx and Ry are positive, and in this case theta R will be equal to simply theta. If Rx is negative and Ry is positive, then vector will be in second quadrant and theta will be equal to 180 minus theta. Theta R will be equal to 180 minus theta, because here the value of angle is 180. In third quadrant, both Rx and Ry are negative. Vector is in third quadrant. In this case, angle will be equal to 180 plus theta. And in case of fourth quadrant, when Rx is positive and Ry is negative, the angle will be equal to 360 minus theta. If you guys have any question, you can ask me. Allah Hafiz.